Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, folks, let's talk about some very impressive snowfall totals for our southern mountains. Man, you guys really racked up pretty well this past couple of weeks here, really just this past week. In fact, earlier this week, remember, we had the storm that came through, dropped over 30 inches for snow to places like Bryan Head. Well, today, how about 23 inches of snow? It came through yesterday afternoon, last night, into early this morning. New Harmony picked up about 18 inches of snow. A good foot of snow down around Bryce Canyon. We were showing you the shots there from around Ruby's End earlier this morning, and you could see quite a snow-covered scene there. It looked very much like a winter wonderland down that way. Kanab picking up 9 inches. Richfield had 6 inches, and we had several more inches. Moab even picked up a nice inch of snowfall. Escalante, I think, came in with about 3 inches of snow. So speaking of Bryan Head, I mean, my goodness, look at all the folks out there really just enjoying, I mean, a fresh, let's say 50-something inches of snow over the past several days here at Bryan Head at some of the southern resorts. So maybe this is, last year we were trying to struggle to get some snow down this far south. This year, hey, at least this week, you can head down there and you're going to be some of the big winners there. But of course, out northern mountains, some of those places got about 4 feet of snow with the last system. So everybody's doing pretty well with about 30 to 50 inches of fresh snow this week in the mountain resorts. All right, Cedar City, we've got a few clouds and some sunshine out there. Very nice conditions considering this morning. Oh, it was looking like a little mini blizzard coming down that way in Cedar City. In fact, they had to cancel school this morning just because of all the active winter weather that we had there in Iron County. But take a look at the radar now. We've got a couple of flurries and snow showers out there. Nothing too significant, but again, don't be surprised if you see a couple of flakes flying for the rest of this afternoon. Same story even across northern Utah. We're starting to see in that northwesterly flow a few flurries and snow showers beginning to pop up, especially downwind of the Great Salt Lake, and we've got a little bit more activity, a little more organized activity right now up towards portions of Box Elder County there. That's drifting south and east. So again, don't be surprised if you get a little burst of snow come through your neighborhood or at your job site here over the next couple of hours. It's not going to amount to much, maybe a brief coating out there at most. But for again, this is just not a lot of moisture. But again, could squeeze out a couple of flakes left over this afternoon. All right, winter weather advisory in effect still for places like southeastern Utah, but the accumulating snow is beginning to really wrap up there as well now. But just know over the next hour or two, we still have that winter weather advisory in effect for potentially some hazardous driving conditions. The rest of the alerts have been allowed to expire this afternoon. All right, temperatures out there in the low 20s still in Logan, so not doing too well there, but mid-30s here along the Wasatch Front. We've got 20s and 30s here across Castle Country down towards southwest Utah, still 29 degrees, and Cedar City 30 degrees in Blanding and Moab, but it is 44 degrees currently in St. George. As we look at your forecast for the rest of today, we'll see these temperatures pretty much where they are now in the 30s across the north. We may get into those mid-40s there across far southern Utah, but it gets warmer this weekend. That's when the warming trend really begins with that sunshine. 40s as we go towards the Wasatch Front. We'll be looking at 50s here along southwestern Utah, and that's just the beginnings. As that ridge of high pressure takes over, we'll see that warming trend not only building in for this weekend, but it'll stick around into most of next week. Now, there is a weak storm that's going to move by, but right now it looks to take a northern track, and that will produce some mountain snow and valley rain, but primarily across northern Utah, we'll have the best chance of measurable precipitation. But again, that track would mean a fairly warm system for us, so valley rain and mountain snow. St. George, mid-40s for a high for today. We'll be in the 50s this weekend, even warmer, nearing 70 heading into next week. That's going to be quite nice and quite the change. The Wasatch Front, a few scattered flurries and snow showers this afternoon. The weekend looks nice. And then heading into next week, warm. Look at those 50s with that valley rain and mountain snow midweek. Alyssa?